Mr. Gowda, you're here? Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
Yes, ma'am.
put a message in the WhatsApp, those who haven't logged in yet, to kindly join the class immediately. Right away.
Okay,
Within
ma'am.
2-3 minutes, let them join.
Okay, ma'am.
Did you post it?
Yes, ma'am. I posted.
Okay. Adnan, you're here? Adnan?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Arvind?
ma'am. Yeah.
Arvind?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Lokmitra?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Please ask others to join quickly. We are late by 8 minutes already. So as the suggestion received from the students, tomorrow you will be having a session in which you will be speaking by your own on any area of the topic you are interested to speak about. So I will check your capability of presenting an topic and the concept, the depth of knowledge you have related to the topic what you are selecting. Okay, so you should be able to explain. Suppose you just take an example of product life cycle management. So you should be thoroughly able to speak at least for 15 minutes about what you mean by product life cycle management, what you have understood into it. So how you relate now today's world with growing technology with respect to any product. So you will take any example and explain exactly what do you mean by PLM. So how it has been used, in which type of companies they are using, a lot related to it. So what are the fine tuning activities they have done related to PLM? So like that, with respect to a new case study or virtual, your practical aspect blended with the theoretical concept which is there in the syllabus, you should be able to explain. So that session starts tomorrow in 9:30 a.m. in our regular class. Okay, so this has to be intimated to all other students who are currently not in the class. Others kindly join the class immediately. I can see 15 students currently. Okay. So regarding to our case study, in the last class, we dealt about a case study on forecasting technologies related to our fourth module, because we hadn't covered any case study related to the module 4. And in module 5, we have covered one case study related to product building and structures with respect to virtual product development. But we haven't focused on how to manage a virtual product development team. Even managing a virtual product development team is very essential. It cannot function properly without any guidelines or regulation. There should be some formalities, some theoretical models which map with the exact thing, how the people are performing the work. And related to that, you should know, they have practiced already managing a virtual product development team or not? If it is so, to what extent they are successful? What are the changes to be implemented? So all those things should be understood with the help of an example related to an practical case study. Okay, so I'll be just sharing you all a case study on managing the virtual product development team. Just a second. So in every module, you should be knowing at least some live examples related to the concepts. So that will help you to explain well in the examination. Then only you can score more. Okay, so this is a subject where you can score better. Just a second, I'm sharing. People, kindly try to join with the college login ID. If you have any problem, kindly speak with the person. Hello, the PDF file cannot be shared in Google Meet. Hello. Arvind, you are here?
Yes, ma'am.
Your PDF file can be shared in Google Meet, right?
No, I think, ma'am. We can't take.
Okay. No, the usually PPT videos, everything we do share. So this is a PDF file similar to it, right?
Only in Zoom we can do, I think, ma'am.
Okay, okay, just a second.
No, ma'am. We can share it
We
with
can share
PDF
it.
file. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'm not able to share here exactly. It is not showing. I have opened it in my window, but it is not displaying it here actually.
Hello, ma'am. In the present now, you have to choose a window. From the a window, you have to choose the PDF file.
Yeah, I did the same thing.
Ma'am, I think you have to choose a Chrome tab. Are you opening a PDF file in Chrome?
No. I'm opening it through Mozilla.
Then, ma'am, can you open it from the Chrome and then you can choose Chrome?
In Mozilla, it won't work.
Ma'am, is it showing a Mozilla option there?
Firefox sharing indicator, Meet, it has been showing, and entire screen it has been showing to me.
Ma'am, with Mozilla you can do, I guess.
Yeah, in Mozilla only it is. Or else I will just mail the PDF file. Can anyone share it to the screen?
Okay, ma'am.
I'll just share this in the Google Classroom right away.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Usually PPT have shared, videos also have shared for the first years during the class. I don't know, PDF file it is not. Yeah, I have shared it in the Google Meet. Sorry, Google Classroom. Anyone kindly share it in the Google Meet right away, quick. Who is going to do? Let me know who is sharing into the screen, please, quickly. Arvind?
Ma'am,
Hello?
hello.
Yeah, kindly share it to the Google Meet. I have shared in the this one, Google Classroom. Kindly share the same PDF file to the Google Meet, quickly.
Ma'am, I don't have idea how to share it, ma'am.
Okay, please let me know who is able to do it quickly. Don't waste time. From my end, it is not showing, so only I'm telling you. Mobile do. Hello. Yeah, thank you, Malapai Nagasai. So this is the PDF file. You have to please scroll down. I won't be able to scroll down here. So this is a paper on how to manage the virtual product development team. Okay, so this is a total review about managing team, and this was published in the year 2014. Just let the full abstract be visible. Yeah. So it is not clear enough. So now we have to understand what are the important benefits in understanding the concept of virtual product development team. So this type of managing a team is not exploited to a larger extent, but it has many benefits which one has to understand. So if you do an appropriate management, you can excel with good amount of benefits. But managing a virtual product team is an complex issue. Right away from the beginning, it is difficult to manage. Okay. So when by the means of training and experience, you can able to excel in managing an team virtually. So initially when it start up, it come across with various failures and all other aspects, other issues related to it, but we'll be overcoming these all failures associated as the experience increases, and the goals of the product could be achieved in a short period of time with least amount of errors. And hence in this paper, a review about how the virtual product development team could be managed is being explained. Okay, so these development teams are usually fragmented into small structures and it is inconsistent. But this should be in a full-fledged when you can excel very good with respect to virtual product development team. And hence the main objective of this paper is to categorize the literature work or the previous research on developing a product virtually and managing the team virtually. So how it is done? It is done by integrating the research into the thematic model. So here people have worked on research related to how to develop the product virtually. So that research has to be embedded with the thematic models so that you can uplift in managing the team virtually. Without any theoretical, without any thematic models, it will be difficult for you to integrate about the virtual product development part. So this paper shows how to map or how to integrate the research along with various thematic models, so that suitable recommendation for the future research could be excelled. Can you scroll down a little bit? Not fully. Yeah. Okay, so the main object a little bit. Not come about. Yeah, so the previous research, this we explained. So actually what happens here, so this study reviews and summarizes about various research activities which has been indulged with respect to conceptual wise, with respect to qualitative wise, with respect to experience, report and explorative case studies. So it covers all these aspects. So finally, the main area on which it has been focused is categorized into three structures. One is virtual production and virtual team in product development. How the production is going on virtually and how it is embedded with respect to a virtual team. So this has been studied. The second part is managing virtual team is an research and development core area. Even that is being associated how they are doing it. And thirdly, it has been focusing on managing the global virtual product development teams. The virtual teams could be within a country or it could be outside the country also. Irrespective of the geographical area of location, virtual team can be successfully developed. Okay, so that the virtual manufacturing will be done very smoothly and even the marketing part will excel well. The GDP of a particular growth of a particular product also excel because you have the people who are managing virtually irrespective of the location of the geographical area. So this is the thing what they will be focusing mainly on, right? So please come down to introduction part. Yes. So now you should understand what is exactly the meaning of teamwork in a business. Initially in the previous era, what do you mean by a teamwork? It is nothing but a group of people who are working together in a particular location. So that was termed to be as a teamwork. But now it is not the case. The team will be located in different locations across the world. So that entire team has to be grabbed together. That entire decentralized people have to be grabbed together to form a team. So that could not be done physically because everyone stays in different countries, in different locations. They cannot come and discuss every day in a same platform. So in that scenario, it is very essential to develop this virtual team. So in this recent years, as a result, this virtual team development is showing full-fledged. So here we can see decentralization of teams in local markets. So irrespective of the area of location, there will be markets which are associated and every people staying in a particular country will be having their particular local markets. So it will be decentralized teams. Okay, so how you will help these teams in managing virtually? So that was being studied by a particular researcher in the year 2005. So the rapid growth of new communication and information technologies has embedded team to be formed virtually. Okay, so this rapid growth of new communication and IT technologies made people to make the team virtually. So virtual teams can be found in various fields. It is not like it is associated only to one area of work. These teams could be formed irrespective of what area the people are working on. It could be on programming, it could be on management, it could be on research and development, or it could be a new product design. Even for the new innovative type of design, also you can use virtual. This is mainly helpful. So when you come out with an innovative or a new type of product development, this virtual team helps to a maximum extent. I told you while explaining the innovative product development, because here within a single location you cannot do it. So these people will be diversified and they should have a mutual international collaboration with other countries for a new product development, or else the growth of the product will come down drastically. I have spoken this related to one of the specific topic in your syllabus. So if in that cases, if you have this kind of virtual team where you have different branches, collaborations together to help to uplift the market for that new product across the world, virtual team plays a vital role. So even that will be used in a new product design. And also for problem solving or customer services. Suppose the product you have manufactured, it is full-fledged in the market, enjoying the profits, but suddenly a problem come across. So to provide a solution, it is better if you have always communication with different companies who are working on the same area. Right, so they'll be the people globally. So you can consult with them virtually, have a talk, have a discussion, and solve immediately the problem what the customer is having associated with that particular product. So for all these type of things, it will be very helpful. So that was been discussed by Gassman and Zedvets in 2003. So later they also can be used in non-economic areas also. So that is been discovered by Finholt in 2002. Okay, such as in basic science and other non-economic areas as well. So this is why nowadays virtual team are becoming very prevalent, means becoming very popular in many sectors of areas, right? Yeah, please come down. Yes, stop, please. So related to that, few people like Ali Ibrahim and Kausar have also studied. So the next topic what you have to understand is virtual team boundary can expand and shrink depending upon the flexibility of a particular environment. Okay, so if the product what you are performing needs an expansion of virtual team requirement, so you can expand to the n number what you need, or else if it is a small new product, innovative product what you are going to throw it into the market, you might need a small virtual team. So you can even shrink the boundary of the virtual team or expand as per the necessities of the project. Okay, so these characteristics can cause virtual product development team to be important element for our future discrepancies. So this was being explained by one of the researcher. So due to increasing decentralization and globalization of the work process, please don't shake immediately, let it be stagnant or else it becomes blur. So due to increased decentralization is nowadays no work is being carried out within single centralization part. It has been decentralized and the work is globalized now everywhere to improve the GDP of a particular product. And also many producers and R&D organizations have responded to their dynamic environments due to the more important focus and importance of virtual prototyping. So now many of the companies are showing a quick response to dynamic environments. So dynamic environments are mainly meant related to virtual product development teams. So due to these needs, irrespective of the geographical area or the location, so they have started their work with the help of information and communication technology. So one thing you have to understand, for building and excelling, you're building and good virtual this one team, you need the support of information and communication skills. So along with that, irrespective of the geographical area of location, you will be able to create a team as per the requirement. So even many companies are responding to the dynamic environment. So that was stated by Skabai in 2011. So due to this dynamic rapid changing right from 21st century, so there is constantly changes and adapting to the environments with respect to the markets and demands. So in such a situation, virtual product development team has offered very high quality, low cost, rapid solutions to complex organization problems. So it was been proved by Gassman in 2009. What he has told, due to the virtual team and growing demand for dynamic rapid changing, it has helped to develop a product virtually. Since you're developing a product virtually, you are investing less amount of cost for manufacturing, because any flaws, any nook and corner associated in right from selecting the material to the prototype and virtual manufacturing, you are checking with respect to optimized means. And hence there is no chance of error. Since there is no chance of error, you will get high quality. Since you are investing less compared to the physical manufacturing, the cost also will be low. And you are getting rapid solutions to complex organization problems. So these are very feasible for the companies which has complex problems in it. What happened? Just calm down. So it can provide you the solution for complex organization problems also. And it also helps in providing for enhancement of the talents and the expertise what the employees are having in their minds. Okay, so even the non-employees, by eliminating the space and time barriers, so there will be no time barriers as well, no time constraints, since it is a virtual team. As per the requirement, it could be done. So that was being suggested by Cursu in 2007. So these people have already done the groundwork how the virtual product development team will be helpful for a particular product. But sometimes it is also claimed that only applying virtual team is not always satisfactory. You should be having something other than that. So there is some growing evidence that virtual product development teams fail more often than they succeed. So this was being concluded by Frust in 2004. Because 2004 was the year, like very beginning, from around 2000 the concept was being started. So at that time there were no good hands-on strengths skills related to virtual product development. And as a result, it was shown that virtual team is not satisfactory. Even the IT related information and communication technologies was not so good enough in that period of time. So now it is growing like anything. But now that statement can be changed. So it was with respect to the year 2004. So related to that, there are different views of virtual product development teams in the people what they have surveyed. So what they are telling, despite the growing prevalence of virtual product development, team in organizations, our knowledge about efficient management of this team is still underdeveloped. So what they are telling, so when we have done a groundwork on the literature about the virtual product development, it has been noticed that even though virtual product development is beneficial for the organization, efficient management of these teams is not still successful. Why? Because it is not fully developed. So this was being announced by Gibson in the year 2004. So according to the literature review by the other person, Hattel in 2005, he stated that body of knowledge in managing virtual product development team is fragmented and findings are inconsistent. Always the development team virtually will be segregated. It will be fragmented into different sections. You cannot be consolidated into a single whole section. And as a result, since it is fragmented, the findings obtained from each team will be different and inconsistent. So you should be having some flexibility so that it could be joined into a single sector so that the findings could be disclosed among different units and get a consistent result. So that has to be achieved, which is not still developed properly. So they insist that the whole, please come down, go up. Means you shift the sheet up. Still more. Oh, no. I got mixed up where I was reading. Please go up still. Yeah, stop. So they insist that the role of these teams as a critical technological force has been underestimated in previous research. That's what I told you. This work is not fully successfully done, and I've underestimated this concept in the previous research, because even in the abstract it was informed the virtual product development teams are fragmented and the findings are inconsistent. They haven't focused on how to get a consistent value and how to convert the entire team into a single sector. They haven't thought about this in the previous research. So that's what is being told. But the present study in this paper reviews the entire literature in the field of virtual product development teams to examine its fragmentation and presents an integrative framework to direct the future result. Okay, so what this current paper is doing, it is trying to frame out an integration between the fragmented structures so that the result what we get will be an consistent one. So due to that, it will really help and provide an integrative framework for the future research work in this virtual product development. In this field means in the area of virtual product development. So in that regard, the main objective of this paper can be segregated into 3 sections. Okay, so the first one is, the main objective of this review is to categorize the previous research on management of virtual product development teams. Okay, so they have categorized the research on how they have managed these virtual product development teams and integrate the current body of knowledge into thematic model. So how they were managing, so that concepts they have taken and they have tried to model it thematically, and after modeling it thematically, they have helped to develop the virtual product development. Last part of the introduction. Yeah. So they have tried to develop this. They have tried to gather how it has been managed, and they have integrated the current body of the knowledge for the thematic model, so that this will be helpful for the future recommendation. So in the second section, the entire theoretical background related to the paper, the definition of virtual team, the definition of virtual product development team are being provided. And later in the third section deals with research method they have followed. So to develop a thematic model, they have to survey the entire research related to this virtual product development team, right? So they should be having good qualitative papers, and they have to explore good amount of case studies, how people have managed the virtual product development team. So all these results are summarized in the third section. So this is about the entire introduction. So what the introduction tells you in brief is why there is a need for managing the virtual product development. So what are the areas until now the people has focused on it? Okay, so what is the area on which they haven't focused? The area which they haven't focused is virtual team is always fragmented and the results are inconsistent. So this paper is trying to integrate the virtual product development team together so that the result will be able to be an consistent one. So to achieve that, they have segregated the paper into 3 sectors. The main objective to see how the management of virtual product development was done previously, and later they have integrated the collected data to achieve some thematic models so that you can apply these thematic models wherever is essential, and it will be beneficial for future work also in the area same in which the people are working. So to do this, the second section, they have done a good groundwork in collecting the theoretical background related to what do you mean by virtual team, virtual product development, how do you manage, all those things. And the third section has spoken about the results. They have summarized the results, what they have obtained due to management of this virtual product development teams. Okay, and also they have dealt about different research methods which is being followed. So this is the main agenda or the main goal or the outer view of what the paper exactly wants you to understand. So next is about the theoretical background. So theoretical background, you know what you mean by virtual reality, you know what you mean by virtual product prototyping. So now they have just told you what you mean by virtual team. So this was been explained by Ziggers in 2003. Okay, so he defined what you mean by virtual team as in this definition. The term virtual was first used with international project management in management literature, conveying a flexible and modern solution for project management. Please come down. It consists of 3 sectors. Okay, come down. Hello. Please scroll down the, yeah. Stop, stop, stop. I haven't covered that. Go back. Still more. Yeah, please stop. Okay, so as per the virtual team, it consists of 3 groups. Okay, so this definition has 3 sectors. So first one is the alliance of small entities. And second is which are distributed and are not centralized. And third is alliance or sharing of competencies. So virtual team, how it will be developed? So it will be developed by having these 3 aspects in it. So this definition stresses mainly on 3 aspects. First is alliance of small entities. How do you get an alliance among these small entities? I told virtual teams are segregated, fragmented. It is not into a single entity. So to make a single entity, you should be having some kind of alliance to get all together into a single stretch. So you should think about how to develop an alliance among these entities. Second is which are distributed and are not centralized. So you will see which are the entities which are distributed, which are the entities which are not centralized. So you will think how to decentralize it. Okay. And third one is alliance or sharing of competencies. You should develop in such a way that the alliance of some entities have to be compatible enough, and they should be capable enough of sharing these competencies among the different entities. I told, suppose if you have a branch in Bangalore in India, it cannot be centralized. It has to be decentralized because you'll be having a team at different location across the world, and each location will be having a small entities. But how to build up an alliance among these entities along with Bangalore? Suppose if you have 10 other locations across the world, you should be able to develop an alliance among all these entities. Okay, so that after focusing on building up the alliance, you should see which are distributed and are not centralized. Which entity groups are not distributed, you have to check it out. Which are not decentralized, you should make them decentralized it. So once it is decentralized, once alliance is being made, and finally that helps for you to get the required collaboration in between all the 3 sectors, so that it helps in framing out an integration among the fragmented entities and to get the result which is a consistent one. So these are the 3 aspects which will be embedded within the given virtual team. Okay, so please come down. These 3 aspects have to be taken care inside the organization, also between the organization or between individuals or other social entities. So these 3 concepts should be considered within an organization. Suppose the main branch is in Bangalore, within the organization also this concept has to be understood. And if you have 2 to 3 organization within the country, even that has to be taken care. And within the organization, if you have n number of people working together in a team, between the individuals also you have to take care, as well as the social entities. Okay, so this is the meaning of virtual team. So based on these concepts, some of the researchers insisted on electronic media for communication between team members. So some suggested that electronic communication could be feasible in order to get alliance among the team members. But others also explicated some of the virtual team characteristics, like temporal nature and existence for limited time and a certain purpose, no hierarchical structure, no central coordination in the year 1997. So what they are telling is, they develop from some characteristics also, like temporal nature. So how about the nature of the virtual team people and different teams? Okay, so what about the time constraints for these virtual team members? What are the purpose of every entity in the virtual team? So these reasons have to be characterized for different virtual team, was being announced by Chiesa and Manzini in 1997. So please come down. Yeah. Okay, so that was being concluded in the year 1997. So other conceptualization of virtual team exist in the literature. So these are some other concepts which was being announced. So please come to the table, down table 1. Yes, still you can come down. Yeah, stop. So this is a table which reveals you the common criteria for different virtual team. So what are the common criteria could be followed? So based on the entire research done, so this was the justification with respect to different criterias. So which was been disclosed by different people is shown in the reference section. So common criteria are, it has to be described based on geographical dispersed locations and the time zones. So different people will be having different time zones. So the time factor also plays a vital role. All the people cannot come together in a common time. So for different zone has different time period. So you can make the alliance among the entities of the people who fall into the similar time zone, then at least they can work together, right? And later alliance has to be developed for the other geographical people who have different time zones, then only you will get a consistent result. This was not achieved initially due to different time zone constraint. So this is the one common criteria that has to be followed while developing a virtual team. So that was being announced in the year 2008, also in 7. Okay, this was a modification of the things which was told by the researchers in 2000 and 2002. So that was in modified with 2007 and 2008 with respect to the time zones. So if you go for these references, you'll get the full in-depth information. So next criteria is driven by common purpose. Along with the time zone, you should create the entities of virtual team based on which purpose they are working. Suppose you mix people who are working in different functional aspects, then the purpose will not be solved, because every individual there has a different goal with respect to different functional aspects. So always frame out a team who has a common purpose or a common goal which has to be solved. So that was also been declared by some researchers until 2007. Another criteria is enabled by communication technologies, based on which type of communication technologies are being used by different locations. Some locations who are very technically advanced, they might be using some latest communication technology, some of medium version, some of still a lower version. So you cannot connect the different IT enabled technology people with a common virtual team. So again, you should map with those people only who are using a common platform of communication technologies. So this is a third criteria. Fourth one is involved in cross boundary. Okay, so what about the cross boundary absorbent? Please remove this minimize speaker on pin to screen option from your okay. So these are the 4 criterias. So based on the 4 criterias, they will develop an theoretical model, right, such that you will be able to easily map an theoretical model. So based on the model developed, any people who want to develop a virtual team can click which criteria is feasible to them and they can work accordingly. Or else until now, initially what used to happen, people used to segregate into different entities globally and start creating virtual team without focusing on these criterias. So if you won't focus on these criterias, you cannot develop a good virtual product development team which can yield you a better result. And hence this has to be overcome, and hence these common criteria have to be followed so that some theoretical models could be developed based on the requirement that could be used in future by the future researchers. So some other characteristics was also meant. It is not a permanent team. So that was the criteria. So now these are the characteristics what a virtual team will possess. All the virtual team will not be a permanent team. They will work as a team until and unless that project is completed or that product is developed. Okay, that will not be pertain for a longer period of time. Only it will be having a start date and an end date until when these people work together, and hence it will not be a permanent team. And always the characteristics of virtual team is to have a small team size, but it has a flexibility to shrink or expand depending upon the level of project what you are working on. But always it is preferable to have a small team size. So that was being told by the other researcher. So all the references to these descriptions are being told parallelly. And third characteristics is team members are knowledgeable workers. You cannot blindly hire any member who don't have knowledge related to what they are working. So every individual what you select virtually should be having good hands-on theoretical knowledge and expertise skill on which he is going to work. You cannot blindly hire any person into virtual team, or else you will be the loser. So you should be very careful in selecting the team members. And the other characteristics is the team members what you're selecting in a virtual team will belong to different companies. You won't be taking two individuals from a common company in a virtual team. Then it's of no use. If it is of together, then it will become a physical team, not a virtual team. So this is another characteristics of the virtual team. You should be having different members from different companies. So these are the characteristics associated with virtual team. Okay, and these are the criteria on which the virtual team has to be prepared. Please come down. So this was the concept right until the year 2007. So now today the nature of the organization team has changed significantly due to various changes which is coming across in industries and organization. And also the nature how the people work is also been changing. So the drastic change from 1998 to 2009 in industries and organization was disclosed by Boutlier in 1998 and L.A. Ibrahim in the year 2009. So now, what are the new trends the organization is searching for? So based on the review, they disclose that organizations are now searching for new strategies that are totally different from what was there in classic management science. Classical theory related to how to manage a team or a product or a project is different. But now every organization wants a new advanced thing so that it will be having entire data in hand, some model, so that they can just map the data to the model and get the Excel result. No one has so much time to dig physically and to check everything, whether it's working successfully, whether it's operating properly, whether it's been managed properly, whether the project manager is taking all the required goals properly. All those takes a large period of time, and they need new techniques which will be easygoing and yield good result also. So this is reinforced by this are being increased. Why? Because due to globalization of the research, there is a tendency of research everywhere to achieve latest technologies, to increase the economical growth of that particular country. There is a need of globalization in the research, in the technologies and the innovation by new informing technologies and by new organization forms and business models also. So these reasons have made the organization to search for new strategies. Please come down. Yeah, just a second. Okay, so this was being told by Gassman in 2004. So business have become more distributed across the geography and industries. So now business has been widespread. It is not if you're doing any work some related to some product, you're focusing only with respect to India. It has been distributed across the world nowadays, geographically, right? It is nowhere restricted to do within the country. And hence, in many cases, different stages of production takes place in different locations. In some countries only provide the design, some countries only provide the best material for that particular product, and in some countries they do only the manufacturing parts, and in some countries it will be shifted for assembling. So it is not necessary all the things related to manufacturing is done in a single country. Nowadays no one is doing that. Some countries like USA will be just hiring the patents related to innovations. They will throw the work which is very painful, which has to be done very hardly for the countries who are very good in doing working, like in India, and so they'll throw some of the part to the people who can provide good services. So they'll bifurcate every work in different countries, and as a result it is very much needed to frame out a virtual team successfully. So these are the need why virtual team is very essential. Please come down. Yeah. So in that aspect, the offshoring of the project has been very essential in day-to-day life when it has been decentralized and when it is located geographically. So now what has been happening related to that, many people have done many huge amount of work. So they search for fast ways of creating new ideas. So what is a fast way to extract new ideas, yeah, new thoughts, new ideation? Once the ideation or thoughts has been developed, how it has been commercialized? Always the ideation will be patented. Once it is patented, then only you can go for commercialization. So once it has been commercialized, once you start up to do the manufacturing, you have to try to reduce the cost. To reduce the cost, first you should develop a product virtually. To develop a product virtually, you should be having a virtual team. So when you have a virtual team successfully, you can do a virtual product prototype and virtual manufacturing and see what will be the cost exactly, whether the cost you are achieving virtually is economically feasible or not, or else how the modification has to be done in order to reduce the cost. So all these aspects will be done and distribute the risk associated with the innovation. After doing, also it helps to throw out, if you get this new product into the market, this will be the cost and this will be the risk associated with the new innovation. Even that could be shown. And if any option is there to overcome this risk, so even that could be approached. So these are the way the people are doing in order to develop the new products into the market, where the virtual team is very essential. For this, the firms need to open their own organization boundaries to let information and knowledge flow in from outside, and also have a cooperative innovation process with customers. So if you want to yield a new idea thought into commercialization with reduced cost and good result, the company should be open. The company should open their boundaries. They should stretch their boundaries to their upper limit so that the knowledge will flow in. Knowledge will flow in means you will be getting the insight from the people who are working outside the country. Means you will be developing a virtual team where these virtual team people will provide you the knowledge which has been needed. For that, your organization should be capable to open the boundaries, stretch out the limits, come out from the comfort zone, take the knowledge from the others, right? And then conduct this innovation process, take the information with the customers from the suppliers, then map the required design, prototype, manufacture virtually. So this was being concluded by Gassman and Enkel in 2004. So like this, various changes in the organization has to be done, different strategies have to be developed, and they should be after developing the strategies, different team will be of different nature with respect to different location they are coming from. So nature of organizational team has to be studied, how they are formed also should be checked out, whether they are formed properly or there is any deviation in making the teams, and how they interact among the teams also should be studied. So that was been disclosed by Linders in 2003. So finally, new virtual team have been popular nowadays and used in many organizations. Okay, so the team members include people from outside the organization, and most of the people are the members of multiple team. Okay, so this is how you have to arrange a team, where you'll be having the team people within the organization as well as the team people from outside the organization. So this provides you an total view of how an virtual product development team has to be developed. So what is the need for developing that virtual team? Okay, so that also you should take care. So if you develop the virtual team successfully without segregation, with decentralization and getting consistent result, so that will help you to get the product with the least cost, good quality, good market, good sales and return. So there is no doubt in good results. And this is very surely applicable when you are launching a product for the first time. When you are launching a new product, means you are pushing a product into the market. So when you push a product into the market, you have 90% of the chance that product will fail and you will be ending up with a loss. So that will not happen if you are creating everything on the virtual platform right from the beginning. So that you will be starting right from developing a virtual team as well as virtual product development. So first you will develop a virtual team with respect to different locations, and then you will check how these fragmented entities could be taken together by developing a proper alliance. So once the proper alliance has been done, then you will check how the results you are getting from different teams could be segregated so that you will get a consistent result. Only if you have a proper alliance and common platform of information technology tools what the people are using, and if you have developed the product using the different criterias what I showed in the table, then it will provide a good theoretical model which one can use readily available as per the requirement of their product. So if these are developed by some people, the new companies which comes, they can check which model will applicable for their product. So directly they can select that theoretical model for going up with the virtual team development. Okay, so once virtual team development has been framed out, how we create a virtual product development, that we have studied in our module 5. So that could be taken care. Okay, so this is about the concept of the paper related to virtual team. So remaining part of it will be taken care in the today's afternoon class. But one thing I have to tell you, tomorrow at 9:30, every individual will be presenting the area, will be presenting a topic of your own choice within the syllabus. You have the syllabus. Please check in the syllabus which module you are selecting. In that module, which topic you are selecting. So if you're selecting that topic, you should speak about the topic not only related to your textbook, how it is related to the today's global world, what you have totally understood related to that particular topic on the whole, how it will be helpful for today's company or organization. That blended picture you should be able to explain. I'm not asking you to prepare any PPT and explain. You will keep the knowledge Okay, understand the concept and you will explain me. Maximum every individual can take around 15 minutes to explain the topic. I will be assigning the marks to it, and that will be shown in the Google Classroom also. I'll just create a student list. Okay, so you please select the topic, keep it ready, and you present tomorrow at 9:30 in our regular class. So then marks will be assigned to it. So you'll be having a day after your regular classes. Prepare well and come back on tomorrow 9:30 class. And in the afternoon session, I will be covering the remaining part related to virtual product team, how it should be managed. So we are left out only with respect to some characteristics of virtual team, the results, how they are getting, and how it has been concluded. So that I will do it in today's class at 2:40 p.m. So now kindly, if you have any doubts, you are free to speak. Everyone have written your name and USN number in the chat room. If anyone else have not written, kindly do type it out. Fine then. Any doubts you can ask, or else just I'll end for the day. I hope you have class by 10:50. Fine then, everyone take care. Bye-bye. Any doubts you can ask, but see that everyone will attend tomorrow's class with the topic what you have decided. So you will be presenting it. Those who are not there in the class, kindly inform them. I'll inform the same in the chat also. Okay. Bet Prakash Singh, you are here.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, what about the project?
Yeah, ma'am, it's going on. We are starting simulation work.
Okay, simulation, you are doing it with respect to the literature survey, you are trying something else.
Respect with the literature survey only, ma'am.
Okay, okay. The simulation parts which was been told in the paper, the same thing you're doing it, right?
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay. Any modification while doing it, you'll come to know if you fine tune some parameters that might yield some better results. So in that case, you just try to do some variations after you do the regular version.
Yes, sure, ma'am. We are trying this.
Yeah, and keep your entire report ready, writing part apart from result and discussion. Okay. Literature, introduction, all those things you keep it ready. And that is applicable to all students also. If it is related to any fabrication, only keep the fabrication part pending. Simulation part, writing the project, report, everything, keep it updated. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, fine then. Take care. Bye-bye.
Okay.